Today, the General Assembly will take up sub-item C of Agenda Item 104 for the election of 18 members of the Human Rights Council. When electing members of the Council, member states shall take into account the contribution of candidates to the promotion and protection of human rights and their voluntary pledges and commitments made thereto. The results of the voting is as follows. Group A, African states, 5 seats. Number of votes obtained by each member state. Senegal, 165. Mauritius, 162. Nigeria, 148. Cameroon, 142. Djibouti, 141. Kenya, 133. Group B, Asian states, 5 seats. Number of votes obtained by each member state. Jordan, 178. Kyrgyzstan, 174. Bangladesh, 171. China, 167. Saudi Arabia, 154. Group C, Eastern European states, 2 seats. Number of votes obtained by each member state. Russian Federation, 146. Hungary, 131. Azerbaijan, 89. Group D, Latin American and Caribbean states, 3 seats. Number of votes obtained by each member state. Mexico, 175. Uruguay, 173. Cuba, 163. Group E, Western Europe, European and other states, 3 seats. Number of votes obtained by each member state. Norway, 179. Belgium, 177. United States, 167.
If you want to know what really happened there, the organization of the Islamic Conference retained control of the Human Rights Council by maintaining a majority on both the African and Asian regional groups. This is what it takes to get elected to the Human Rights Council. Saudi Arabia made no pledge to promote human rights. They just said, your valuable support is required. That's all it took. So you can get elected to the Human Rights Council with an abysmal human rights record, even though it's the lead UN human rights body. The fact that the OIC retained control of the Human Rights Council will determine what will happen in it forthcoming. And the United States will now be in the unfortunate position of having to literally be isolated completely or having to agree to what happens there. So it's a very unfortunate result.
What do you think of the U.S. Human rights policy and whether it merits being on the Human Rights Council?
I think when the likes of Saudi Arabia, China, and Cuba get elected to a Human Rights Council, we have a lot to worry about. And your concern should be not that the world's biggest democracy should be elected, but that the others should be elected. It's a travesty. It means that the UN's lead human rights body is populated by countries that have no interest in protecting human rights. That's what we should be worrying about.